Hello, my name's Caroline Yates and I'm the CEO of the Mayhew Animal Home. 2015 has been a really exciting year for the Mayhew because we've been able to start on our extension plans for the clinic. We've been able to expand on our outreach programs in the community, and our international work is going from strength to strength.
But at home in London, perhaps the best known aspect of what the Mayhew does is the rescuing and rehoming of abandoned, abused and unwanted animals, as it has been doing since 1886.
Hi guys. Hello Mishka. How you doing?
My name is Matthew Pearson and I'm the cat adoption officer for the Mayhew Animal Home, and I've been working here for 4 years now. We can have over 100 cats on site at any given moment. Generally we're up to around about 80. That's a good working number for us. The time animals stay with us is actually reduced to be under 50 days now, and that's all down to the increased effort that all the staff have put in to making happier cats for me to be able to send them to the right homes. You see a lot of the cats that we get in, they come into this environment and their world's been turned upside down, really withdrawn, totally shutting down, but given a week, a month down the road, they've really come out of themselves. And then when you send them to that new home, you see a totally new cat basically, and you just know that, yeah, they're the ones that you've really made a difference to.
This is Woody. He has had a rough start in life. He was thrown out of our first floor window. He came with all scrapes and scratches all over his paws. He was absolutely terrified of everything and everyone. And Kate, one of our cattery assistants, has got a really strong bond with him. So much so that he listens out for her voice, and every time he hears it, he perks right up and just wants to see what Kate's doing.
We're over 400 cats that we rehome each year. With regards to adoption, we know their character, their personality, so you know the sort of cat that you're going to be getting. So you're happy, cat's happy, we're happy.
Playing a big part in all of this are the 315 volunteers who each month donate a total of over 1,000 hours of their time.
Hi, I'm Jenny and I'm a volunteer at the Mayhew. Basically, I lost my mum 3 years ago and I was totally devastated. And I came to volunteer here, and that was 1.5 years ago, and it's changed my life basically. There was just a fantastic atmosphere in here. I felt the animals, and I still feel it, they're happy. And some of them come in so traumatised, and you slowly watch them get better and heal, and that's this place and the people here.
Hello, my name is Eric. I work as an animal care assistant at the Mayhew Animal Care Home. Being in the home will never be a replacement for being part of a family. But whilst they're here, we try our best to keep the stress levels low. So in the kennels, for example, they've got lots of toys, blankets, they've got televisions, radios. Wherever we can, we pair the dogs up so they have a little friend in the kennel, which is great for a little burnout, so they burn off some energy. But it's also the company and the comfort, and quite often you see them cuddled up together in just one bed, which is really sweet to see. So all these things come together to reduce the stress levels. We are in our sensory garden. It used to be just an outdoor space, but then we started introducing different types of plants, which are dog safe. So there are textures, sounds, different smells that get the dog stimulated. The dogs that we adopt, they stay as long as they're happy to be here. If they get really stressed, we see whatever we can do to reduce the stress levels, and maybe being in a foster home will help.
My name is Janet Nobbs and I'm the dog foster coordinator. So what we would do is like to get them into a loving home where they can settle in, and then we can see their true personality come out. When you become a foster carer, the dog actually comes with a load of luggage, so we give that to you. We'll give the bedding, the food, the toys, and also any vet treatments and things like that is all paid for by us. So there's not really any money involved your way, it's all down to us basically. Fostering frees up space in kennels, so if we've freed up a space with a dog going on foster, we can bring another dog in that needs help. So it's not only taking that dog and helping it, you're actually helping another one as well.
The thing that makes Mayhew special is that we put a lot of effort into the dogs. On average, the return rate of a dog that has been adopted out from a rescue place is 14%. For the Mayhew, it's less than 4%. So all the work that we put in pays off in the end, because that's our aim, to have the dog in a forever home. We don't want them to come back wherever possible. This year so far we've rehomed 78 dogs. Gordon is probably one of the highlights of this year of rehoming. He's a stuffy who turned out to be deaf. We had to learn sign language and try to talk to him in sign language, which turned out such a great thing, because the moment we found a way of communicating with him, he really picked up on it, and he picked up on it so quickly. But people overlooked him until August, when the people that eventually adopted him came forward. And he is so happy, and it's such a joy to see him. It has been so nice to see him go to a good home.
But the Mayhew's reach now extends outward into the community, from animal welfare cases to helping those in need look after their pets and not lose them due to unfortunate circumstance.
My name's Zoe Edwards and I'm an Animal Welfare Manager for the Mayhew Animal Home. We're not just a rescue and rehoming centre, we're a humane education centre, and that is what's different about the Mayhew to all the other rescue centres in London. The animal welfare officers are responding to animal welfare concerns that come in via members of the public on a daily basis. We also run a number of preventative outreach projects with a view to preventing animals from ending up in a rescue centre in the first place. We're here as animal welfare social workers. We are completely non-judgmental. We want people to be able to come to us before a situation gets out of control.
Buddy and Emily were rescued by animal welfare officers. Both had lived outside all their lives in poor conditions. Emily is only 5 years old, but had already been used for breeding 9 times. She was used to heavy-handedness and was scared and wary when she arrived at the Mayhew. Buddy, also 5, didn't have an owner and had suffered from abuse. He had hardly received any human socialisation and was shut down and nervous. But being paired with Emily has brought him out of his shell. Both terriers are doing really well, and the Mayhew is finding them forever homes.
The animal welfare officers also visit homeless hostels and drop-in centres in London. A lot of the homeless people that we deal with, their dog is absolutely everything to them. It is their family and it is their reason for living. So we want to make sure that we are able to give their dogs the health and care that they would normally want to see their dog have. We give the dogs general health checks, flea and worm treatment, give them collars and tags. In the winter, we provide them with coats. If the dogs or cats have any sickness or injury, then we will take their dog and we will bring it to the Mayhew's Community Clinic for treatment. So far this year, we have helped 48 dogs belonging to homeless people. We also visit Crisis at Christmas, where we're given the opportunity to provide all this care to the rough sleepers. The animal welfare officers run a pet refuge scheme for people who may find themselves in a crisis situation where they could end up having to lose their animal. People that have to go into hospital, people that have to go into prison. We've helped domestic violence victims in the past. We also help people that have to go into drug or alcohol rehabilitation. We can put their animal into one of our pet refuge foster homes, and then that person has peace of mind that their animal is being looked after whilst they're getting better.
Another successful Mayhew scheme has been the Trap Neuter Return programme for London's feral cats, now thought to number in the millions.
My name is Paul Grimes and I am an animal welfare officer at the Mayhew Animal Home. We go to people's gardens where they're feeding cats, they call us and we trap the cats, get them neutered and then return them to the caller. One feral cat can give birth to 6 kittens in each litter and she can have 4 litters a year, so the numbers soon spiral out of control. Any feral kitten less than 8 weeks of age, then we would be able to bring into the Mayhew Animal Centre, and our cattery team work very hard socialising the kittens and handling them so they can go up for adoption where they can go into loving family homes. We catch, neuter and release between 200 and 300 feral cats each year, and you have to think of that figure multiplying it by 6 if we hadn't done that. We are trying to really be proactive with the cat population problem in London. We offer free or low-cost cat neutering.
My name is Laura and I'm a nurse here at the Mayhew Animal Home. One of the most important things that we do is monitor anaesthetics for all of the neutering surgeries that we do. Neutering is one of the most important things that you can do for your animal. We at the Mayhew really feel that we are making a difference here in our free bull breed neutering scheme and also in our low-cost neutering. So far this year, we've neutered almost 2,000 animals.
And on top of that, the Mayhew has microchipped over 1,100 pets, vaccinated over 2,000 and reunited over 50 dogs with their owners. But in 2016, with the opening of the new vet clinic, the Mayhew will do even more.
My name's Anya and I'm a vet here at the Mayhew. The building work for the new clinic is now started and we're all really excited to see the final result. We've got 2 brand new operating theatres going in, one of which will be for teaching purposes, and the aim is to increase our role in vet education, so through both the international vets and also the student vets and vet nurse training.
We'll have a look, see if we can see this little part here, if you're lucky to see it.
And then you don't have to work so much around somewhere.
Exactly, yeah.
Through our international vet programme, you get a real sense of achievement of the wider vet community. Susan, one of our vets, has just returned from India where she was working at the International Vet Training Centre, and there they've been training 10 Indian vets in surgical techniques for small animal surgery.
Vet training is a really important part of what we do because we see vets as the conduit for educating the general public across the world on animal health and welfare.
Increasingly, Mayhew International is making a difference to animal welfare and communities around the world. In 2015, nearly 10,000 dogs and over 1,000 cats were neutered, with over 9,500 dogs vaccinated against rabies.
We work in 4 countries around the world: Afghanistan, Russia, primarily in Moscow, Georgia and India. In Georgia, we've made great strides with working with the municipality, and step by step we're going to help them address the issue of stray dogs in their community. We've been out vet training there twice and we're really encouraged by the steps forward that the municipality are making. And in India, we've neutered a staggering 45,000 dogs since 2009, and the first signs are really being noticed by the local community that the dogs are neutered and healthy and vaccinated against rabies in the street. And we're thrilled this year to have been able to carry out the first ever dog population survey in Kabul, which is a fantastic achievement for our organisation and will hopefully lay the ground for the betterment of animal welfare for cats and dogs in Kabul and Afghanistan as a whole.
My name is Dr. Abdul Jalil Muhammad Zai. I qualified as a veterinary surgeon in Afghanistan. There's a massive rabies problem in Kabul city, so hopefully our program help and save people and also dogs on the streets of Kabul. Kabul municipality poisoned more than 100,000 dogs within 5 years. Strychnine is really painful death to the animals and is not a right way to control the dog population in this way. It's very cruel. We are planning to start a mass rabies vaccination program and within 3 years hopefully eradicate rabies in Kabul city.
Across all its projects, the Mayhew continues to deliver whatever approach it feels can help educate and change attitudes to animal welfare.
In Moscow, we've really made some progress this year. We are supporting a TheraPaws-like program in Moscow, which is doing more for the reputation of street dogs in that country than any other of our programs.
My name is Luke Berman and I'm the TheraPaws project manager at the Mayhew Animal Home. So the premise of the whole project is to get volunteers with their own dogs to go out and interact with elderly Londoners. So they'll mainly go to hospitals, care homes, a lot of dementia patients, and they'll go and they'll sit with people who are maybe not very well, maybe they're lonely, maybe they just need a bit of fun, and they'll spend time getting them to interact with their dog and just bring a lot of joy into their lives. We visit some of the main hospitals in London, including Chelsea and Westminster, St Pancras, and we've just started at University College London Hospital as well. But our main body of work is in the care homes in North and West London. So we're talking mainly dementia homes, but also just old age homes as well.
My name's Kevin and this is Lexi.
Hi, my name's Charlie and this is Lola, and we are part of the TheraPaws programme. Lola and I visit the Kenbrook residential home in Wembley. Quite a lot of the residents there are suffering from dementia of some kind, and as soon as they see the dog, their eyes light up, their spark comes back into them. and they just become super engaged, not only with the dog but also with you. They just love having someone there to talk to.
Things like this person never used to come out of their room, and now they are out of their room waiting in the lounge when they know the dog visit is coming. So they're bringing them out of their room and getting them to interact with other people. We're getting memories from when they were a child. We sometimes have daughters or sons sitting next to them who say, I've never heard these stories before, because we are getting something out of them that has not been stirred for a long time, and that's the power of an animal and why it's so amazing to have these visits going out.
To see the joy in their faces when I take Lola, even though it's just an hour every 2 weeks, so many of them now recognise her, they've learnt her name, they know that we're going to go back in 2 weeks again, and it means a lot to them.
There's been one case where a woman was lying in a hospital bed, refusing to eat, not talking, and after she actually spent some time with one of the dogs, she then started eating and talking, and everyone was shell-shocked and couldn't believe this. And so we see and hear about these differences that it's actually making.
But none of these projects would have been possible without the continued support and generous donations of the public.
Our supporters have been fantastic this year because we have raised a large amount of funds for 2 emergency appeals, one in Moscow where one of the shelters where we're working with sadly burnt down, and secondly following the earthquake in Nepal, you again were sterling helpers, and we've been able to rebuild part of the clinic there with an isolation unit and solar energy power thanks to you. And visiting Tbilisi after the terrible floods there in June, we've provided emergency help for the vet team at the municipal shelter there, and this has also included hopefully trying to rescue 3 baby bears that they found. We, together with Born Free Foundation, have been helping them to move to a bear sanctuary in northern Greece. The Mayhew focuses on prevention and education, and that's really where we feel that we can make the most impact. So our plan is to expand on our community care services, our working with the groups in society that might be a little bit ostracised or maybe don't get all the help that they need to care for their animals properly. We work with the elderly to help them look after their pets as long as possible in their own homes. We initiated a new scheme this year called Pick and Snip, and that's really taken off, where we offer a package. We go and pick up the animal, we bring it back, we neuter and flea and worm and give it a good check over and then deliver it back to its owner. And this all helps to try and address the numbers of unwanted pets in our society. You will have heard now from the fantastic team in the Mayhew about all the wonderful projects and happenings that have taken place during 2015. We want to do so much more. There is a need to do so much more. You have helped us come so far. Please help us move forward and help more animals and their owners. Thank you.